35 years old, and I sought out TMS treatment because I have battled for several years with depression, um, and found this to be an option to pursue, and found it to be very helpful.
When did the depression start?
Traumatic event in my family when I was 13 years old, where we lost 4 members in an automobile accident. And it wasn't until I spent some time with therapists over years and years and years of treatment that I realized that my first depression was actually a year after that, when I was 14 years old. Made it through the teenage years, made it through college, and then experienced my second depression when I'm going to say I was probably about 27 years old, right after my daughter was born.
How would you describe your TMS experience?
TMS experience was awesome. Honestly tell you, I did the research because I was trying to find a way to get off of antidepressant medication that I had been on for years. I didn't believe was working very well, and didn't like the side effects. And I started doing some research and found Advantage Wellness. And having always been a believer in science, went back to my primary care physician and asked him if he knew anything about it. And he said, I've had a handful of patients that have had success with it. So I scheduled an appointment to come down to find out about it, and decided after meeting that I was a good candidate, and decided to proceed with the treatment.
What do you think you benefited from the most?
We've talked a lot about a clear head, being able to focus on everything that's going on in your life without realizing that anxiety, depression, stress, the side effects of medication actually kind of cloud your outlook on life. And I think I'm approaching life now from what I would say is a clear head or a clear mind.
How did you feel like you responded?
Initially, you get a little bit of frustration because everybody wants a quick fix. I think everybody who's depressed or irritable or anxious wants to see something happen or feel something happen quickly. And I was told that it takes a little bit of time. And I understand why I was being asked to fill out the same questionnaire once a week. And about halfway through the treatment is when I really started to feel better. And then in actually filling out the questionnaire and looking at the scores on the questionnaire, reinforced the fact that yeah, this is working, and it's helping with all of the things that I was struggling with on a day-to-day basis.
Would you recommend this to anybody else?
Absolutely. I have recommended it to several people, and I believe some of the people have come in to get treatment. Right around the time I made the decision to proceed with the treatment, I ran into a friend of mine whose 20-something son had dropped out of college because of depression and anxiety, and I told him, hey, I discovered this thing called TMS. I just had my first session and I'm really excited about it. And he brought his son over, who was about 3/4 of the way through the treatment. And basically the son looked at me and said, this was life-changing for me, and I hope it will be for you also.
How long ago did you finish? And how has it been since then?
I finished the middle of February, started right around Christmas time, finished the middle of February, and life has just continued to get better. It's the next step after completing the treatment was to wait about a month and then go off the antidepressant medication that I was taking, which I've now been off for about 3 weeks. The side effects are gone, and I realized that no bad feelings, no anxious feelings, no depressed feelings returned after being off of the medication. So I'm kind of medication free. I got a clear head. I have energy. Irritability is gone. Depression is gone. Lack of desire to do things is gone. It truly has been, it really truly has been a life-changing event.
And any words to somebody that might be contemplating doing TMS?
I would say absolutely do it. Don't it's okay to feel skeptical about stuff, especially stuff that is kind of somewhat foreign or to us is somewhat new. One of the things I would be remiss is and also being exposed to the folks here at Advantage Wellness is I have always seen therapists that were older than me or at least my age, no matter what point in time in my life I was seeing them, to be seeing a group of folks that are younger,